What's up? We are live. What's up, y'all? So, shout out to all the producers. This is the review of T.S. Madison Experience. We did get to see the experience. And let me tell you, the first 15 minutes of this show, because I was able to rewatch it on television, it was a different vibe because I was able to tweet and all of that. But it pretty much opens up the show to introduce that she was doing the Queen's Supreme Court and it introduced her team, Chi Chi, Craig, Oliver, her business partner, and T.S. Madison, and also Miss Mary. So it really was opening up about the Queen's Supreme Court that they was having technical difficulties, and how Craig was saying, "Oh, I don't get paid enough money. I just collaborate." But I'm like, we wouldn't even know who you was if it wasn't for T.S. Madison, if it wasn't for her, breaking it down, bringing you on board, we wouldn't even know that you are this amazing writer, whatever, but you are an employee. In that first 15 minutes of the show, I was really looking at Craig. I'm like, Craig, you got to be on time. If you're a showrunner, you should be at the show before anybody else show up. If you're a showrunner, that's a very important piece of the Queen Supreme Court because you got to have the docket, you got to upload the clips. So you should be there first, and y'all supposed to do like a little rundown before anybody else get there. The showrunner should be there. The person that is going to be at the computer to pretty much produce the show and bring up the stuff, you should do that before anybody show up. So I wasn't agreeing upon him. He said, well, I'm just not going to sit around when y'all have a whole drag show because when something go wrong, Craig, you got to take ownership of that. And I really feel like Craig did not want to take ownership to the situation or take responsibility of what the stuff that he did wrong. He always, I'm this and I'm this. You don't pay me enough. Listen, she pays you enough because you're on television. If you are part of an employee, even if you're not getting paid what you think you should get paid, you should always show support and love to whoever where Maddie does, because this is a reflection of Maddie. When that show shuts down, when it's live, we as the viewer gonna make fun of like, oh my gosh, she ain't got her stuff together. What's going on? She's in the basement. And oh my gosh, she having all these technical problems. Did she have a technical problem with Monique? She still ain't got her stuff together. This is trash. This is low budget. You know, so they pretty much had to open up with Sophia. I really love Sophia. And then it had before they did the show, Queen's Supreme Court. Maddie was having a conversation with Tiffany Pollard. So I was looking at Maddie with her face, and then her phone like freeze up a little bit. I'm really glad that Tiffany Pollard is pretty much being a mentor to T.S. Madison. I think that's incredible to be a mentor to her because T.S. Madison never been on reality television as having her own show. Tiffany Pollard actually been on multiple shows. So it's really good that we see T.S. Madison being pretty much mentor and being a friend of with Tiffany Pollard. I really think that's incredible because T.S. Madison pretty much don't have her third eye open, just like Tiffany Pollard said. T.S. Madison don't know people that's going to come up to her for clout and all of that. So I love the fact that Tiffany Pollard is there for Maddie. Now, when it gets to after they did the Queen Supreme Court about the technical problems, they went upstairs. Miss Mary is in a chair, and I always wonder, why is Miss Mary always in a chair, not walking around? We noticed that she shared, T.S. Madison shared that Miss Mary have arthritis and that she just been can't really walk on her own. She pretty much need a walker or wheelchair. So I really didn't know, and I was glad that I've known that. Even despite that Miss Mary health is not 100%, she's still cooking. She's still being a big part of the show, cooking for the guests, cooking for the team. I really thought that was incredible to see that. I really thought that was also to see a mother, cooking for her child, especially a transgender child. So I think that was incredible to witness that, to see that. Now, when we get to it was another part that I liked when they was opening up the gifts. So she get amazing gifts from across the country from the Maddie mob, and she was opening up, this dress, and this dress was just literally small, and her butt was showing. And her mom was like, "Don't wear that dress, don't wear that dress, because that dress is too tight, and it's gonna, if you lift up, it's gonna show your ass and all that." So Miss Mary was laughing. That was a tight dress, and Maddie wore it, but it looked good on Maddie. Honestly, when I looked at the dress, it looked real good on T.S. Madison. I love the fact that she had on that tight, dress. It looked really good, really nice. And Maddie really got an ass on her. I'm going to just tell you that right there. That dress looked real good. I'm not even going to sit here and shame. When I looked at that, I had to rewind. I'm like, God damn, Maddie got an ass. She got, it's a whole lot of that back there. Okay. But it was good. It was nice. It was lit. So they had on the dress. She did the dress part. Then they opened up a letter. And so the letter pretty much almost made me tear it up because the person wrote the letter said, it's so great to see you as a mother, as a Christian, opening up to your daughter and not judging her. And y'all have this incredible relationship. Ooh, I'm about to tear up just talking about it. But that's really good because you don't see too many Christians, especially people that's in the church as a Christian, really appreciate and open their heart up for their child, especially those that transition. So it's really good to see that relationship. I really went on an emotional journey when that letter was read, and I thought that was a very good piece of it. And then also, that was really good when they did that. Maddie pretty much want to go on tour and do a residency, and they really want to do a residency, and this is what I want to say about the residency part. I don't think Maddie is big enough to do a residency. You have to be in this business a long time to have a successful residency. What I think would be great, and I agree with Craig on this, because he had a nice truck. He was in there with the business partner and was talking about he disagreed with the residency, and I disagree with it. Let me tell you why. The Queen Supreme Court tour is more profitable than a residency because I don't see people saying, oh my gosh, girl, I got to get to Atlanta. I got to go see Maddie. Maddie don't have that much power yet. Not saying she ain't going to get it, but she don't have that type of pull for me to get a plane ticket, get a hotel room, take off a couple of days of work to go see Maddie in Atlanta. I don't see that happening. Not even Tiffany probably don't even really have that pull for people to do that. You would take a big hit and it won't make that much money. Now, if you go to if you go to different parts of the country, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Austin, all these different cities, you will make a lot of money because people will travel because it's in a city versus them taking a flight to go see you. You have to have big, humongous like status for people to do all of that to go visit you in another place. So I don't see the residency making any money, but I do see like whenever this world open back up, the Queen Supreme Tour is everything because they made a lot of money when they travel around this country. I had a lot of people that went, had friends that went. They said they had an enjoyable time. It was a great experience, and they made a lot of money from the bar, from the food, from the people paying their tickets, and I really believe that on that. So, then I love the fact that Miss Mary, she said, I haven't had sex in 27 years. That's a long ass time not to have no sex. But she said she want to have her body pure so her prayers would be answered. And I really, that to me, that was really funny. That was really funny with that. And what really was emotional, oh my gosh, when Miss Mary was having a conversation with her daughter, and it was some problems. The family was doing hand movement, when they do that, and they would describe it, man. She grew up in an environment where she wasn't appreciated as a gay boy, and now as a trans woman. It was so emotional because the mother was crying. She was like, you didn't talk to me. I was crying. I was balling up because we need to see that more, the effects of how we treat people growing up when it comes to being LGBTQ. I wish a lot of parents get to have that conversation. Some, unfortunately, will never have that conversation because some had committed suicide, some just out on the street, some is just incarcerated. So they never was able to resolve that. So it's really good to see that Maddie and her mother having this conversation on national television. It literally took me on an emotional ride, and I was crying because I'm like, wow, y'all are just sitting down having this conversation. I recently had a conversation with my mother, and she don't judge me for who I am. She thank God that open, honest, healthy, and I came out and I said it. So it's really good when they had that conversation. I think that's, and I want to say another thing. When she said I lost my boy and I gained a daughter, I lost a son, I gained a daughter, because that's a process. That's really, as a mother, if your child say, hey, I want to be a trans woman, I don't want to be a boy, I want to be a girl, I don't want to be a man, I want to be a woman. That's difficult for that mother to process, especially as a Christian, because you're not used to this. That's very hard to really process. If your child come today, or if your daughter comes today, say, hey mommy, I want to transition into another sex, that's a lot to process. That's really, really a lot to process. And you really, really have to do your research. And some people really got to go on deep prayer, meditation, and fasting if their child come out like that, say something like that. And another piece of it, she said that before she was Christian, she was a mother. And that to me, I said, go ahead, Miss Mary. I am loving Miss Mary in this show. Like I said, at first, I wasn't really feeling the first 15 minutes because it really didn't give us the in depth. All of it just gave us a little piece. But I'm so glad I watched the show again, and I can tell you it was really good. Then it gets to the piece which I really like about Oliver. Shout out to Oliver. I met Oliver once when I went to Atlanta. I love the fact how he was editing the show because the show pretty much they couldn't do it live. They had to just go through the show and they had to edit, right? Do it pre-recorded. And which I think they should always pre-record the Queen Supreme Court unless you got the top of the line equipment. Because when you do a live show, the way that they do a live show on webcam or Chromecast, whatever cast they do it on, it literally will shut down. So it's great if they just tape the show and stream it on that same day, put the little edits and stuff on there. I think that would be best. That's a safe route versus putting the show out live and it's technical problem because you lose your audience and it just be very, very terrible. So it's good to see how Oliver is working on the show and pretty much he editing and how Maddie was like, hurry up, what you doing? And it was really good to see them sitting down of Oliver working on the show. And give a credit to Oliver. Oliver should be credited for how he helped the TS Madison brand with the edits, with the graphics, with everything. I would love to have an Oliver or someone of his skill set to work with me and really bring this show to the next level. I personally, y'all hear me saying this, I personally believe that Oliver was the reason, is part of the reason why her brand is the way it looked like today when it comes to graphics. He has done an amazing job with the graphics, with the flyers, with the edits. I mean, great. And I tweeted Oliver and I said his booking price just went up. And he's not cheap because I was reaching out to do some work for our show. He's not cheap. That man costs a good coin. So now that he's on television, oh, best believe you're gonna pay a good coin. Yes, he did upgrade her. So I watched the show and it was trending, you guys, on Twitter. That show was trending on Twitter. So people doing all this talking about, I ain't gonna watch that show. I ain't gonna watch that show. Well, obviously the Maddie Mob came out and they tweeted, awesome. That show was trending. For somebody to say they ain't watching it, it doggone sure got an amazing impact on Twitter because I was tweeting my butt off. This one was tweeting it. I mean, tweet, and to the point that it was literally trending worldwide. It was her. TS Madison Experience was trending, and which that's great for her because that just show and prove that she got an amazing fan base that really love T.S. Madison. Even Madison likes some of my tweets. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Oliver likes we tweeted, Craig retweeted, and so I tweet. So I really think this show is going to be a success. I want this show to be a success because we need to see this show because it's going to help little black boys and girls that are battling with their sexuality, grown adults that's battling with their sexuality can really have a conversation with mother, and it really will educate those that never heard of the term transgender. And that was good too when Madison was giving the definition of transgender because a lot of people don't know the definition of it. So this is the school anybody that really watched this show, and I think that it's just incredible, and I'm here for it all. I think that it was an incredible show. I give this show literally 2 thumbs up. It was just that good. Anytime you get me crying, baby, you did that. Anytime I'm balling up in tears, it's a good show. And I wasn't even expected to cry. You guys. And I was just sitting here. Literally, I said, why is I'm crying? Why is I'm crying? And I was just boo-hooing. I said, please, why is I'm crying? Because it touched me. It really, really touched me. Anytime you're talking to your mom and stuff like that, and your mind bring up things. It really touched me. And I had to call my mom today before I did this show. And y'all pray for her. She's not doing good. She got the COVID. Really pray for her. But I was literally just sitting here, just crying, crying. And I called my mom to see how she was doing. And she's not doing the best. She's just her energy is just drained. But I'm really glad that I was able to sit here and just, witness this show. And like I said, I think the show will be picked up for season two. I really believe so. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I do believe this show might be picked up for season two. I want to ask y'all in the comments, what do y'all think? Do you think this show is gonna be picked up for season two? Let me know in the comments, and we sure will open up the phone lines and let you all call in later in the show. And I want to hear y'all thoughts. At first, I wasn't feeling it, and people gonna say, "Oh, Wiley on Maddie payroll. He was just dragging the show the first 15 minutes. Now he liked the show." And let me tell you, I can change my mind. I like the show. Is it a problem? Is that a problem? And all that. So I like the show at first. Is that okay? Can I change my mind? And so shout out to the people who was telling me, they was like, Wiley, it's just the intro. And I was like, I watched it. It was good, y'all. I enjoyed it. I don't care what nobody say. I got my life. And I want to say shout out to all the supporters that did watch the show. Shout out to a couple of producers. I saw a couple of producers was watching as well. And I said, yes, we are in the house. A couple of producers was like tweeting me as well. And if you don't have a Twitter, you guys get a Twitter, so y'all can tweet and everything like that and express to make the show get better. And so it was really good, you guys. It was really good. Okay, now we're going to move on to other topics. All right, we're going to move on to other topics over here. I told y'all this is going to be a full show today. We just ain't going to talk about Maddie, but we're going to have a full show today. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about, give me a second while I pull it up. Maddie, thank you. Congratulations, Maddie. You did a good job, Maddie. Good job. If I don't say it enough, honey, shot by shot time. You did an awesome job. Yes, and you get that bag. I'm here for it. I can definitely see you with your own network television show. I can see Maddie up there with the Ellens, the Oprahs, because we need a black trans woman as having their own daytime television show or a nighttime television show. I would love to see it. And if they never give you that, continue to do it online. Yes. Okay. Let's get into Lil Nas X and Tekashi 6ix9ine. They are literally beefing. And so Lil Nas X posted a clip that, saying that, pretty much put a clip out, a screenshot that Tekashi was in his DM talking about, I want to see you when I'm in your city. And then that led to Tekashi pretty much going and say, oh no, I did not reach out to him. He reached out to me. So he had showed a screen recording, because it all stems from, because Lil Nas X literally it was DJ Academics. He did a repost about China. Now they're gonna do an anal swab, anal shop swab. They're gonna be going back there in your Badisi checking for the COVID. So he said this, and then Tekashi said this, Lil Nas X enters the chat. So it stems from that, and then Lil Nas X did a video, a little short video, him wearing a ski mask, and then it showed a screenshot of Tekashi going in his DM. So I don't know who to believe. I don't think that Tekashi went in his DM. I do believe that DM was probably edited in Photoshop. I believe that Lil Nas X went in Tekashi chat. I think that he wanted to do a song. I'm here for Tekashi 6ix9ine and a Lil Nas X song. I'm here for it. I would love to see that a Tekashi 6ix9ine record. I would love to see. I think that is great. Is a little sex man, and I was like, you already wearing the rainbow colors. You So it ain't that unbelievable if you're going to watch. You already got the rainbow colors, you got the tattoos on your face, you got the roses on your face, you got the red, pink, all type of yellow colors. So listen, if you went up in there, you just went up in that DM. Maybe you want to do a song, maybe you want to get a piece of that chocolate. We don't know. Child, you already out. If Tekashi 69 come out today and say, you always telling people to suck your peen. You always tell people go and suck my peen. You could just suck. You always inviting people to suck your peen. So if you come out and say, hey, I'm this type of way, listen, it ain't gonna like we go be in some type of denial because you always be telling people to go down there and lick it and lap it. Blah, 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 blah. You don't always do it. So if he come out today, I will be shocked. I'm like, okay, we was just waiting on you. So so they did that, and I'm not disturbed by it. I would love to see a Lil Nas X and Tekashi 69 record. I think it would be great. I think it would be great for the culture, great for younger fans, because quiet is kept. Tekashi got a young fan base as well as Lil Nas X. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be a great, conversation, a great album, not an album, but a single. What did y'all think in the chat? Well, I would love to see that. I would love to see a Tekashi and a Lil Nas X record. I was about to say I would love to see them do an OnlyFans video, but I'm not gonna get that nasty. I'm not gonna get that nasty. Those eyes on Lil Nas X and a Tekashi 69 video. I would love to, but I ain't gonna get that nasty. I ain't gonna get that. I ain't gonna get that nasty. Listen, y'all already said up in the chat. Ew, no. Okay, y'all don't want to go see that, baby. Burrito and fried chicken watermelon smell. Y'all don't want to see that. Okay. All right. Let me see over here. Y'all talking about. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me do this. Press 1 if you want to see a Tekashi 69 and Lil Nas X song together. Press 1 if you want to hear that and you down for that. Press 2, the answer is no. Press 1 if you want to hear that, or press 2 if press 2 you don't want to hear that. Okay, I'm seeing y'all comments. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's a lot of twos up in here. It's a lot of twos up in this house. It is a lot of twos up in here. Up in here, I am seeing it. It's a lot of twos up in here. Okay, somebody said hell to. Oh gosh, no. But hey, they was in there beefing and all of that. So that was that. They was in there beefing. So shout out to that. So we hope they get that together. Another thing with Tekashi 69, he have been trolling the internet, you guys. He had been trolling King Von. I'm not gonna post the picture or whatever. He had put a King Von on his shirt, and he was laid out like he was pretending to be dead. And he was like, literally, let me see if I can pull up what Tekashi said. He have literally went too far. Because I saw that on his page, and I'm like, Tekashi, no, bruh, you trolling too hard. He posted this: if a ninja kill ain't dead, you shouldn't wear no RIP shirts. And he posted a picture of his chain, posted a picture of him having a shirt with King Von on the shirt, and then he posted a picture of himself laid out on the street with a hashtag pick your man. He did exactly that, and did do a video shot of a video shot of his 6ix9ine chain. That, to me, Tekashi, you are taking this trolling too far. You are on a dangerous road. It's very dangerous what you're doing. It's not cute anymore. It was never cute, honestly. And people, is something seriously wrong with you. Let King Von rest in peace. Don't be up there posting this stuff about him. Let him rest in peace, bruh. Come on now. I mean, you just sit here doing all that trolling and sitting there laying out in the street. You play too much. But it's going to come a time your act is going to catch up with you. And it's going to come a time you playing around with that persona, you playing with that fire, you're going to wind up going to get burned. And you better hope that your family is safe, because if they can't get to you, they will try to get to your family. Ask that rapper that he kept doing what he was doing. It was a rapper, I think in Alabama. His grandparents passed away due to a violence act. Somebody couldn't get to the rapper, so they got to the grandparents. So you better be very careful, Tekashi. You ain't got enough money because you love to go out to them clubs. You love to go out. So you just be very, very careful because that to me is very dangerous. You're playing with fire. Honestly, bro, you're playing with fire and you definitely needed to get together because if you don't, you're going to play with the wrong one. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to play with the wrong one. So, in this other topic, before I open up the phone lines, uh, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here giggling. Let me see if I can pull up here. This other subject that, Matthew Knowles. Everybody know who Matthew Knowles is. If you don't know who he is, he's the father of two amazing superstars, Beyonce and Solange. Okay, he had produced two amazing superstars in the industry. So he was on a show. I forgot what show he was on. And literally on that show, they kept saying, "Oh, how do you feel about Chloe being called the next Beyonce? How do you feel?" And he said, being compared to Beyonce, he's like, "What do you mean that Beyonce get compared to Beyonce? Huh? That is an insult to Beyonce to compare Chloe to Beyonce. That is an insult." And let's move on. Let's move on from the situation. Man, that man had on his glasses. He had that cock eye, that leaning eye, and all that type of way. I'm like, go ahead. He said, you can't compare. It's no comparison to that. That's actually an insult. And it is an insult because Chloe is talented, but she's not on no Beyonce level. Just because she sounds like Beyonce, you can't compare her. Chloe cannot dance like Beyonce. Beyonce is our generation Michael Jackson. I don't care what y'all say as a performer. Beyonce is that are today Michael Jackson. So you cannot compare her to Chloe from Halle and Chloe. You can't compare the two. No matter how you try to do it, you just can't. The reason why she sounds like Beyonce because they are part of, Beyonce is an influence of the vocals. There's people that sound like Brandy. But guess what? It's only one Brandy. But as a performer, baby, Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our generation as a performer. As a performer. Okay. Now, if you disagree with me, you can call in. But as a performer, that facts are facts. Press 1 if Beyonce, in your humble opinion, is today Michael Jackson. Press 2, you can say no, she not. Let me know in the comments. Give me a second. Press 1 if you believe that Beyonce is today's Michael Jackson as a performer. Press 2, the answer is no. I want to know what y'all going to say in the chat. Press 1 if Beyonce is today Michael Jackson. Press 2, the answer is no. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I just want to know what y'all going to say. Give me a second while I open up these phone lines. I'm going to open up these phone lines and let the producers call in today. All right. We're going to call in on a 646-716-8447. Moderators, if you're in the chat, can you post the number 646-716-8447? That number again is 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. Okay.
Your show now, press
that
1.
Is the number. All right.
Your show is scheduled to start in 34 seconds.
So you all can see the number. Give me a second, you guys. Where we going? We going under that. 646-716-8447. That is the number. And you can call in right now. All right. That is the number. Okay. If you want to call
your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody
said 2. I will not respond to like Daddy Knowles too about. I would have responded about. Responded like Daddy Knowles too about my daughter. Somebody said, "Child, please. Steve ain't no Michael Jackson. She tried hard working to be Tina Turner." So you don't say that she's not. Beyonce not Janet level? Question. All right, y'all playing now. I love Janet too, but stop. Oh yeah, Beyonce kind of surpassed Janet in performing. That is just in my humble opinion. Beyonce does pass Janet in performing. That's what I believe. Humbly. In my humble opinion, I say in my humble opinion, I believe so. In my humble opinion, I believe that she does. You might not agree with that, but I believe that Beyonce is greater than that. Okay, in my humble opinion. Okay, somebody said no way, Jose. Y'all say, well, Michael Jackson did not write all his songs. So I'm just telling you right in there. Michael Jackson don't write all his songs. So did not write all his songs. He has some people that wrote for it. Stop it, Wiley. Don't compare her to Janet. Oh, it's no comparison. Janet can't even hardly talk that loud. I can't even understand what the word Janet be saying. She sounds so low. She can't compare the two with Beyonce. Okay. Well, we don't have no callers. We'll bring the show to a close. But she keep Johnny be like, I just want to say, and all that. Man, speak up, Janet. I can't understand a word she talking about. And then the thing they give me about Janet, it's no offense about Janet Jackson. She get up on that stage, she be trying to lip sync and all that type of stuff. Girl, I can't hardly understand a word. You're, I'm a nasty girl in a nasty world. Girl, speak up. Put some volume in your voice. Like, I'm just being honest. She don't have no volume to me. She's so low. Can't understand a word she talking about. I don't know nothing about the Jackson. All of they sound so low and all so like a little mouse, little mouse sound. Like, speak up. Good God, hello. My name is Michael and my name is Janet. Y'all the little whisper, man. I be tired of all that type of stuff. And then when she be performing, she be getting up that lip singing. Can she perform live? Let's get a Beyonce when Beyonce perform live. Beyonce can get up there and she give you a show. She loud. You can understand what she's saying. But when Janet come on that beat, Jesus be a volume button. Turn that volume up when she come in the room. Let her come in there with that baby boy. Hi, yo. I'm just. She always sounded like she a little 6-year-old. Ma'am, you in your 50s. Sound like a 50-year-old. I don't want no woman that sound like she's 7 or 8 years old. I don't. I'm gonna just tell you that right then and there. I don't want no woman that sound like she 3. Baby, if you 57, you need to be sounding like a 57-year-old, in my humble opinion. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm just giving my opinion. Now, I don't want to have no offense or people that's offended. There's some Janet fans, or if Janet is in it, that's just my humble opinion that she does have that. And I'm just saying that I know I ain't the only one. I know I ain't the only one. Child, she be getting up there sound like she 12 years old. And you ask how old are you? I'm 50. I'm 56. I'm Johnny. Okay. I mean, like, come on now. Like, I even heard that Michael Jackson didn't even sound like that in person. He sounded like a real man, but that's what Jason said. You can't believe none of what Jason said. Anyway, but Jason said when he kept calling Michael Jackson assistant, and then Michael Jackson eventually called him, and he said Michael Jackson sounded like a whole black man. Like that, all that Michael, they said that he don't really sound like that in his private life. That he sound like a whole black man. He said the N-word, but I ain't gonna say that and get thrown out of the algorithm. But okay. All right. So the number, if you want to call in, the number is 646-716-8447. If you want to call in and give your opinion, you're more than welcome. They said, Wiley, the entire Rhyme Nation army is going to drag you. I don't care if they drag me. It is what it is. Baby, with them low sounding voices, like, come on. Come on with them low sounding voices. They can get so ass shut and set out with that. Okay. Sound with them low voices and stuff. Give me a sec, you guys. I want to make sure these lines are working. Because I don't know if we get any call. Let me just make sure the lines is working. Let me just make sure. Okay. Oh, it's working. So if anybody wanted to call in, the phone line is working. So I just called it. So the phone lines is working and stuff like that. Excuse me. I was talking about Janet Jackson. I wasn't talking about that. So all right, so the father was upset and he had every right to be. But these interviewers, y'all got to be careful because Matthew Knowles don't play. He be like, move on to the next question. Now, one thing about Matthew Knowles, he taught Beyonce how to have media training. Beyonce don't go up, and now with her status, she ain't doing no interviews. The only time you'll probably see Beyonce do an interview if it's like Oprah status or Barbara Walters. She not going to get up on here and do no random interview. Because one thing about Beyonce, and I'm gonna be clear with you, she don't know how to speak that well, and she gotta have herself on a teleprompter, because she uses a lot of she's not really the best speaker. She's an amazing performer, but when she interviews, she's not really the best. She really don't sound that educated when she's doing an interview. I'm just being honest. So that's why you rarely see her do, she rarely do interviews because she's not the best person to be interviewed. I'm honest, she's not. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce's just not the best person. Everything got to be so scripted. Everything got to be so, so controlled, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm just saying she really ain't all that. She could perform, but you sit her down when she get up there and try to speak, you're gonna cringe. You're gonna cringe a little bit. You're gonna cringe a little bit. It no shade towards her. I still love her. I just think she don't give the best, interviews. She don't. And I'm just going to be keep it all the way real when it comes to that. She don't give the best interviews when it comes to that. I'm just going to be 100% honest about Beyonce interview skills. I'm just being honest. Okay. Somebody said, yes, I feel that. Somebody said you don't either. Well, it is what it is. You can say it about me. Honestly, you can. I'm not going to disagree with you. I just said what I said about Beyonce. But I still get up here, even though I'm not the best, I still get up here and do the show. You like that? Clap back. I still get up here and do the show. I don't hide from it. I still do the show every single day. Period. I'm not nowhere hiding, doing voodoo and all that type of stuff. And it's Beyonce is not a good actress. Oh no, she's a terrible actress. Honestly, she's not the best actress in the world. She's not. I saw her trying to do what was that Cadillac Record. She didn't do a good job in that. She damn sure did not do a good job when she was trying to play the wife because the husband was cheating. She was dealing with this white woman and she was fighting with the white woman. It was terrible acting. It was terrible acting. She's not the best actress at all. That's why you don't really see her in the many movies. She's really not the best. She really wasn't the best in Fighting Temptation. What made her great in Fighting Temptation is what she does best is singing. Singing is her ministry. Acting is not her ministry. Singing is her ministry, but when it comes to acting, no, that's not her ministry. God did not call Beyonce to be an actress. God called her to be a performer, to be a singer, and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't call her to get up on that screen and say, action, go ahead and act this scene out. No, she ain't the best. And she have been trained by some of the great ones. It's just not in her spirit. I'm not hating on Beyonce. Don't get it twisted on what I'm saying about the queen. I'm not hating on her at all. It's just that she's not the best actress. How many, in your humble opinion, before we cut this live off, let's be 100% real. Press 1 if you think Beyonce is a great actress. Press 2, she's not. Before we go, hold on, before I end this live, let's do a vote. Press 1 that you think Beyonce is a great actress. Press 2, she's not a great actress. Okay, they said 2. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Look at all them tools. So we got some people that agree with me. So I ain't saying this out of the side of my neck. I'm just keeping it real over here. I'm just being real. She's an amazing performer. And when it comes to her performing, like singing and stuff, but when she get up there and try to act, no way. I'm going to just be all the way real with you, baby. She can't act. Okay, we got a lot of tools. So y'all agree with me on that. In my close, I want to say thank you to everybody that have been watching this live. Thank y'all for thumbing up and sharing the live. This have been an incredible experience. I wanted to give people opinion about Maddie's show, but I guess people didn't want to interested because nobody called in. And that's great. That's fine. The show still must go on. I want to say thank you to everybody that signed up on our text list so you will never miss a notification. So, we got a call. 0274, call you on air. 0274.
Get in here, everybody.
Hello.
Get in here.
0274, go ahead.
Get in here, everybody.
What's up? You playing games. Okay. That's child, please. I'm about to get ready to go. You have a great Wiley. Keep it going. Don't let me holler. Did you see that? They up there. Why did they call in playing on our phone lines? And I already know who that was. Child, I would get blast them, but I don't feel like we're in a good headspace. We're in a good headspace. Where in the world, child? Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. We just gonna pray. We just gonna pray. We just gonna pray. Oh my God, today is D birthday. Okay, let me sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, D1. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless D1. May the good Lord bless you. Yeah, it is her birthday, okay? Yes. Yes, happy birthday to you, okay? Okay. Yeah, Mama Shata. Woo! Glory, 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 glory. It is her birthday. So she probably somewhere partying, having a good time. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you all so very much. And like I said, happy birthday, because she have been doing incredible things over here at the Wiley Show. So D1, enjoy your birthday. 9582, calling you on the air.
Get in
9582.
here, get in here,
Oh, come
everybody
on
get in
now.
here.
Come on. Okay, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you, sweetheart, right now. And I have your number right here. So let me just block this right quick. All right, I'm gonna block you. There you go. You blocked. Okay. I'm gonna block her. She played too much. Okay. They said last who is it? I'm not gonna say. A wonderful birthday to D1 Mad sister. Yeah, she called for this lady had called from a different number. This lady is calling from a different number. Yes, and don't forget, mouth open birthday is Saturday. Yes, it's your birthday Saturday. I am definitely here for it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all is something else. Let me do this. So this says what's wonderful. Again, I gave an amazing review. I want to say shout out to Maddie, shout out to her team. This is great. For people that don't watch it, they just some haters. It was a lady that said, "Oh, I ain't watching," and she was the main one was tweeting. And then I said, "I thought you said you want to watch." I changed my mind. I said, "Okay, it's good." It's a lot of people that said they weren't gonna watch, they was watching. So I want to say shout out to that. It was a good show. It was. It was really, really great. Some people said they wouldn't watch it because they were stuck on saying that she be saying fish and she say the word fish. And I was trying to break it down on my station. Before I go, I was trying to break down the meaning of fish. But still, some people were still not taking that meaning to heart. And that comes from they're not in the LGBT community. They're not in the ballroom saying community. So you would never truly understand that when it comes to the word fish. You just won't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Another viewer tried to break it down, said fish is not a bad word. It's about life. It's about in the ocean, blah, blah, blah. I said some people are still not going to do it. But unless you've been raised around a lot of LGBT folks, drag queens, people in ballroom saying, you will be accustomed to that word fish and cunt and all of that. It won't, or bush queen. None of that stuff will bother you. But if you just a person that is not a part of the language of the community, you ain't gonna understand it. It's just not for you to understand. If you're not a part of the community, I get it. I understand it. Just like some women don't like saying cisgender women. A lot of the people don't understand it's not none different. It's just a way to describe biological women. But some women don't like to say cisgender. They always come up here and say, cis women. They always say, "Hey, I'm a woman. Don't put a cis in front of." You get that. And you got to be understanding of that. And that's not a diss. So that's just a politically correct word that we use and that scientists use as well to describe. But people get mad and upset when you use that word because we try to use it over here at the Wiley Show, and the producers wasn't really feeling it at all. They said Wiley was Maddie on the show. Wiley man on the show. No, I don't see anything about his man or her man on the show. No, you don't have to be in a community. You have to give respect. If you want somebody to call you one of the LGBTQ, give us women respect too. Yes, I feel you on that. Somebody said they don't understand. That's all. Some people just find it derogatory. I agree with you on that. It's not about understanding, it's offensive. Someone said it's just too much going on. And they said, we ain't feeling it. We ain't feeling it. Okay. Oh, I'm about to be. I'm about to, yeah, like some people are just, just not, some people just not feeling it when it comes to that. We understand it. We ain't okay. Well, that's great. Thank you all so very much. Thumbs up the video, you guys. I want to give a special shout out. What we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna continue to give y'all great content. I want to say shout out to y'all on Station Head because we are still in the top 20. Y'all made that possible. I get emails all the time. And shout out to my radio. Let me give our shout out really quickly before I go. Because with the Matthew Knowles, put Matthew Knowles' picture back up before I go. Put his picture back up. Put his picture back up real quick. Shout out to my radio because my producer sent me a clip of my radio when she said, let me find out that Matthew Knowles watching the Wiley Show and stuff like that because, I do the funny looks with the glasses and stuff. It was so funny. I love it. I felt so good, and I was getting that by multiple producers. I'm like, yes to the Betty Mom. Y'all know I love her. And, I still got love for her, period. That ain't gonna change. I still love her and everything like that. Okay, she still is the best. Okay, period. She's one of the best bloggers I know. That's really one of the best. She does an incredible job. She does her own flavor, her own style of how she does blogging, and it's picking up a lot of traction. So shout out to her, and her people are loyal. And we want to thank everybody for just giving us support, watching us. So that was great. I think that was great. Okay. Yes. Somebody said, I can't find your show on Station. You can't. Oh my gosh. You cannot find it. So what you have to do is go on Station Head. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share the link to our Station Head show and you can just follow us over there. How about that? So what I'm about to do right now is share the link to you and you can go ahead on and view the show. Give me a second if you have not viewed it. Okay. Somebody say I need help. Okay. All right. All right. Give me a second. Let me put it right here. And I'm going to put it in the chat for you all. For those that's having problems, I'm about to drop it right here. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that is the link to our Station Head. You can click on that and you can do that. But shout out to Matthew Knowles. Shout out to my radio. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Again, D1, have a happy, happy, happy birthday. See you later. Peace. Hey, hey, hey.